back to my channel, Lovingly Book Bed. And on today's video, it's going to be a general catch up and a quarterly TBR. So keep watching. Anyways, so let's get into this video. I think first things first, I want to apologize for having such a long break after my last video. I think I needed it to try and work out what I wanted from my channel, what I wanted to do with it, and just to have a long think of what I wanted things to be different, but I wasn't quite sure how I wanted it to be different. And I think that time has allowed me to really properly think about the type of changes that I wanted to implement. And yes, it'll only be a really short segment. It's just me saying what I'm going to change, and I hope you're on board with it. So the first thing that's going to change, as you know from the title of this video, is I'm no longer doing monthly TBRs. There's a couple of reasons. One, it's just a lot of pressure to read a lot in 1 month, and I think that kind of it sort of takes it, for me anyways, personally, it takes the joy out of reading, and I don't really like that. I like my reading to be relaxed, and it's something that I do for fun. I never want it to feel like a chore, which is why I'm now doing a January to March, basically TBR, which is what this video will be. And then coming into March, I will do a January to March wrap up. So you'll be able to see what books I'm actually managed to read, where I am, and I think it'd be much more interesting for that reason. And that way as well, any books that I don't get a chance to finish, it can just roll over to the next quarter without it being, more guilt-ridden. It will just, because like the shorter books I can, read and really just malread. I could just, read them and that's fine. The longer books, especially the more complicated ones, they kind of take me a while, and I find as well, if I don't enjoy a book, it takes me way longer. I mean, it's obvious, right? But it isn't until you actually start reading a whole bunch of books that you kind of realised, or the more complicated the book, with a lot of plot points and stuff, that takes me a while as well. So yeah, that's another thing. I also want to do book hauls. Something I'm really excited, because I collect so many books, but I don't do book hauls, which is so weird. Like, so much of this TBR, you're going to see so many books that I haven't shown you guys that I've got. So yeah, I want to do book hauls. I'm thinking of doing it every 6 months. I think that'd be quite nice to do. So it'd be June and December will be my massive book haul. And that will include Fairy Illumicrate, any special editions that I get, any just hardback books that I buy or pick up, stuff that I get from charity. All that stuff will just be in this book haul, and I think that'd be really cool. I also want to start doing book hauls, especially of books that I just don't enjoy. Because my goal is, I'll also explain the main reason why I'm doing this as well. So I get like 2 new books at least every month, which is Illumicrate and Fairy Loot. I also get a lot of their special editions. So you're looking at maybe, it fluctuates from month to month. So yeah, I want to apologise and say I'm really sorry, because I am sorry. I wanted my booktube channel to be focused on doing good reviews for you guys, and instead it's became more of an unboxing channel, and I don't want that. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Fairy Loot and I love Illumicrate, and all those books you see me get from them are all books I buy with my own money. I don't get any of it for free. Not that I would want to. Like, I'm really happy to support these companies because I think they're amazing. I want to apologise that my channel has gone into an unboxing channel. It's not what I intended and it's not what I wanted. Don't get me wrong, I do love Illumicrate and I love Fairy Loot, and all the books you see on that channel are all books that I've bought myself. And I still want to do unboxing for you guys, totally. I was thinking of more like special edition boxes because I think that would be really fun to do. Like Illumicrate's archive boxes, a lot of Fairy Loot special editions. I'd love to do them, but I think I'm going to stop with the unboxings from now on and instead focus on doing good reviews because that's what I want to do on this channel. I want to review books, and I feel like so much of it's just getting overlooked with, like, in terms of me filming, because I'm thinking, oh god, I've got 2 new boxes. Like, if I don't open them, if I don't film the unboxings, then I just get more piles and piles of boxes, and yeah, I don't want that because I don't have the space for it. So yeah, unboxings will not stop per se, but just more reduced in number, which is good because I want to do reviews. Speaking of said reviews, I want to change that too. I would like to do non-spoiler reviews for you guys instead. And what I'm thinking is having, like, if it's a standalone book, I'll carry on doing what I've been doing, like what I did with Slay, half of it as non-spoiler and the other half as a spoiler. I think that's totally cool. But I think for like series ones or duologies or trilogy, I think it'd be cool to have 3 or 2, how many in that series, each one of them being a non-spoiler review, and then having the last one kind of like how I did with the Caraval. I had Caraval Legendary Final, and then I had one of the overall, and I'd want that overall one to be spoiler, and I think that'd be really cool, because I think that would be a good way for me to talk about all the plot points, whilst it being it's a good place to talk about spoilers, I think. I think what would also be nice about that as well is it's really hard to judge a book. For example, the Mortal Instruments, right? So there's 6 books in the series. Technically, it's split into like 3 trilogies. And it's really unfair to kind of judge the first book or the second book or the third book as you would a standalone book, because that's not how they work. Effectively, what you've got is Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5, Act 6 of a 6-act story, basically. As if you would like a play. Like, you can't just judge one part, like Act 1 of a play, like, as the whole thing. It doesn't work. It's more like 6 parts of a puzzle, or 4 parts, or 2 parts, or so on and so on. And the whole point of these is to build into like a whole story, so each piece is important in its own way. And that's how I went about with the Caraval series. Like, I know that series has a lot of love, and it also has a lot of hate. There's a lot of people who think it's like mediocre, but I kind of feel how she set it up as 1, 2, 3. Like, there may be books, if you just read on its own, wouldn't be so good, but as a whole, it really came together quite beautifully. There were some issues with it, of course, but it came together really well. And I think good series are series that do that. So, for example, the Infernal Devices series, everyone loves that. It's meant to be one of the best parts of the Shadowhunter Chronicles, which I finally learned. It's called the Shadowhunter Chronicles. I really didn't know that. But yeah, it's meant to be one of the best parts. So I can't judge the first book and be like, oh, this rest of the series is going to be awful. Because effectively you got book 1, book 2, and book 3. Likewise, I can't say from the first book that the whole Infernal Devices series is going to be amazing, because it's just book 1. And then we got book 2 and book 3, and how all 3 of these come together will show whether it's amazing or good or okay or not good or awful. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, by the way. But yeah. So there's some changes coming. And I want to start uploading more often as well. I'm going to upload probably the old reviews that I already had, that I already done, which is The Archive and Paralleled by D.S. Smith, The Archive by Victoria Schwab, Someone's Story by B.A. Bellick, and what's another one? I think that's it. And then from that, I would then record the 2 books I need to record for, which is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas and Girls Up and Thorn by Melissa Vassardus, I think her name is. Yeah. And then once they're done, I can start focus on 2021 stuff, because that's exciting and I can't wait. I've also been inspired by other people's reading journals, and I've actually created one of my own, which is very exciting. Which is really cute. It has like a cute little witchy lady in the front. And effectively what I've got, I mean, if you guys want me to do a bigger thing of this, I will. I've got like my goals for 2021, where I want to read 100 books, finish 5 series. That's what I want to do. Obviously, I want to start uploading again. Hi. And I want to start doing video series for my channels. Like, I want to do more tag videos because I think they're really fun. I want to do reading vlogs because you guys love them and I love doing them. Anticipate releases, which I need to record and do. Hauls, TBRs, which are going to be tri-monthly. Why did I say quarterly? I meant tri-monthly. January, February, March, and then it'll be April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So there should be 4 TBAs. 4 TBRs every year. 4 wrap-ups every year. And obviously I want to do reviews much more regularly as well. Oh, yes, I also read Loveless by Alice Oseman and Heartstopper Volume 1. I can't wait to do a review. It will be a joint review. No, I'll do 2 separate reviews. It'd be better. So, just trying to think if there's anything else to show you. Book haul, standalones. Maybe 4. Yes, my January-March TBR. There is, as you can see, 35 books that will be coming. And I've got my anticipated releases, which I'm currently building, so I can actually tell you guys what my anticipated releases are. I've got a section that's for 5-star, 4-star, 3, 2, 1. So I think that'd be quite cool. And anything at DNF is on here too. I've got my top 10 favourite and top 10 worst. Hopefully for Christmas. That would be quite cool. I know. Christmas has only just been and gone. It's so true. But you know. I also have the top 10 books I want to read in 2021. Might make a video of that. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. And I've got like the little reading parts of all the months. So I've got like January 2021, February, March, all the way to December. And then I've got a little part where I can reflect my reading goals, so I can actually see what I've actually done and what I haven't done. And I've got my 2022 reading goals already, which I can't believe. It's so weird. And if you don't know, on my Goodreads, please follow me or befriend me. I'm happy to do that too. I have set my goal for 100 books this year, which is like 9 or 10 times more the amount that I read last year. So, yay for difficult goals. But yes, I have a whole lot of books back here. 35 books behind me. You guys can't see them. And they all want to come out and say hi. So, I'm just gonna start up a new video, because this video will be split into 2 parts. And we will begin. I think I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do is split into 2 parts but upload at the same time. So you guys will have part 1 and part 2, which will be really cool. So, January to March TBR, here we go. And thank you for just watching part 1. See you in part 2.